fuck it, we're gonna keep
Ancient
pushing.
sentinels bound by loyalty.
And they were plants.
We're going to keep it going.
Envoy? Is it real? Mihala told us you went into some place called...
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them...
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened? Finally, a ray of sunlight shine.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a plague.
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such pride in your ignorance.
You know nothing of me or my people. You fucking...
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really...
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this.
Yes, you said that. Are we supposed to just take you at your word?
It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden. You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking, just to be sure. Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That would be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradis is in pieces, and the remaining...
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, and the steel garrotes, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water.
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Naku Kubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege.
Bitch.
Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the steel garrote for the sake of Paradis, not when we are so few.
Well, it's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the steel garrote, nor who should...
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradis militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside.
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill him.
Precisely.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why did...
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This...
Sure. Just blame the dead.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For...
You could start with blaming your own incompetence. Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradis cries out for...
Enough. I've heard your concern. The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God.
What passes between Ludwine and her men, or between Ludwine and the Emperor, for that matter. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only...
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire.
As you say, we left the...
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the...
Oh, I can't wait to see how you weasel out of it.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise, and we will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when you burnt?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adir in rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or...
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and what will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. Think of your people, all of you. Think of...
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means, so we'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to...
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're go-
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel, even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil, I'm open.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? Together, we could repair Thior, and create such miracles of animancy the Living Lands will become the envy of the world. It would be the honor of my life.
harvest into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
Of course. The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rawatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history.
See, he geeked, he's like a true Adarian. I'm not jacking it, though.
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivate, if you have any love for this land, do not allow...
Rawatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong... Of course, it can take decades to get there. And this... But Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir. No matter how hard Adir wants to... Adir should turn back now and save everyone a...
The Adder's promise. Clip our feathers as we find our wings. The deed binds as the wire binds. To drown us. Why were we set free?
Of course. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid. Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe... But you were born to rule here. Quite literally. You're the obvious choice. There is no Adiran who knows...
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry. To fill their coffers and fight their wars. To break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We'd get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to...
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their...
A grave room could work. So long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between envoy, and we'll have cannons enough to deter the adherents from trying anything stupid.
When the Empire demands its tribute, from where will it come? Emerald Stair is not the breadbasket it was, and the dream of yore is now deferred. If we accept this deal, I fear we are building a trap certain to catch our own legs.
Subtle, pernicious, cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders, a web gleaming with dew, they weave.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradis... Oh, gods have mercy.
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the living lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the living lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the living lands.
Let's see if they got what it takes
Thank you for
to
believing
give
in
some
us.
bump.
Fighting a battle together is easy.
I
I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis.
I want a gangster.
The living lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwine must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes, Web.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy.
Let's get to work then. We've got to walk.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there... May all the gods of Eora and the living...
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote.
Let's go free a city.
Oh, everybody's with me. That's alright. I think I made the overall made the right decisions. We got the god power. We got the nation with me. Everybody's ready to put their life on the line. Let's head to the city and see what's going on. Oh, that's not it. Pretty powerful. Oh, I got the whole squad with me? Oh, that's about time. Let me see something. I don't like how this nigga holds the gun. Bro, this is not a Western movie, bro. I need you to extend your hand and shoot this fucking pistol, bro. That's why I gotta keep this like that, bro.
I'm not used to quiet.
These niggas don't even deserve my pistol. Let's try to move powers out. Oh, I can't even do it. I say.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Let's try the god power.
Watch this!
Damn. Oh, my man. No, that's alright. See, look, so I had a feeling this is exactly what was going to happen. And I was right on my call. Like, I'm really a real leader. So if you move like a real leader, and a good leader in this joint, you'll get the benefits of being a good leader. So, and being a good person. So, we had the option to kill that big fucking ogre right there. He just helped us clobber these guys, and I'm pretty sure everybody that I spared throughout the playthrough are going to come back to assist in the war efforts for us to have the highest possibility of taking this shit over. Now, of course, the various other ways I see that you could play, you could have went with the colonizers, which is Ludwig and the Steel Garrett. But I'm more like a Haitian type of man. I'm going against them people type shit. I'm not trying to. We could have been a colony. We could have kind of just branched off, but we went straight for complete independence. And under my rule, I'm pretty lit. I'll make sure it's fair and shit like that. But look at my man. See, look, everybody. Maybe if you fucking heal something, that would be good. Foolishness. Nah, it's definitely up until this point we only was able to have a party of 3, but it's definitely a lot of fun just having.
At least we're taking some of the garrote with us.
And they gangster too, I like it. Oh shit.
Got eyes on something?
I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to. I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garrote's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who... Why should I? It's always worked before. I wish someone had stood up to the steel Garrote. Well, you're here now.
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garrote set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out there. You saw them.
And soon there'll be thaumaturges in here.
What if you stay, Ben? Just until we've cleared a path.
Ben,
Gods, I never thought it would come to this.
To go against your own emperor. You've got principles. I'll give you that.
Words pretty fast.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradise. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Luminis Adra so long ago. Oh, it was wonderful. It was a complete failure. With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Adra into a poultice that heals wounds. Yes, one almost has the inkling that danger lurks around the... I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you.
Alright, gangsters. Okay, yes, don't. You 50 bitch.
You're gonna regret it!
Oh, thank you.
and rock! Take worth and rock!
That's all of them.
Where's
We've
my
got
war
company.
party? Oh. Big man disappeared.
Quiet, Nimdude.
Envoy.
For the living land.
Couldn't have done it better.
Egworth and Roth!
Ooh, that's good. Wow.
And Roth! Egworth and Roth!
Go. I've got the plaza under control.
Egworth and Roth!
And stay
I was
down.
worried for a second.
What the fuck is that? Oh my goodness. That bitch. She got tapped in with the tap-ins.
Boudica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we? Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie?
I'm so caked, so I'm gonna walk down on the road, man. We're gonna have to slow walk up.
There you are.
plenty of space.
She's not lost yet. We would still welcome her graft onto our tree.
So, you survived the garden. Did you come
Chief
all
got
this
that.
way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time? Our conflict was foretold the moment you were born. You can no more avoid it. Look around, envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She...
Oh, but it is. Some wounds must be cauterized in order to heal. The only question is, what's to be done with you? You.
Her mind is already made up. She's just toying.
Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is... I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live. Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat. Steel yourself, envoy. Make...
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
All this time, I knew you'd be worthy prey. Farewell.
There's no coming back this time.
You won't be missed.
Once I'm done killing you, you're...
Alright. I want to go straight into So she ate that.
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Come on, let's kill her already. One last time.
Fuck this nigga.
And rock!
Let's try this one. I know damn well.
She weak as hell. Shit. Weak as hell, shorty. Let's see who got a stronger god, I guess.
Came, I guess.
Shit, that hurt. Super speed, bitch. Good job.
Eckworth and Roth! And Roth! Eckworth and Roth!
Let's get rid of this thing. Oh, he ate that shit too.
And Roth! Eckworth and Roth! Eckworth and Roth!
So baby.
Eckworth and Roth!
This is not one of those.
And Roth! Eckworth and Roth!
but I know how I'm supposed to kill her, I think, anyway. Like, did this nigga just turn invisible? Crucifix. Man, now if you don't hit it with that godlike ability they just gave.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source. You tell them the truth. How the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more. The rebels of Paradise return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future.
That's a beautiful
The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. When Kai leaves the Living Lands, he is no longer running. For the first time in many years, he can face the future. He returns to Rauatai, committed to peace for his people,
those he left in Rawatai, as well as those he found in the Living Lands. He joins the Ranganui's council, counterbalancing powerful voices of isolationism and hawkishness. It is a long and difficult battle, and he is happy to fight it. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regained, Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where in a past life, Yatsley was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues holding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin, tentatively, to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys.
Wow.
Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Yeah, I appreciate that ending, honestly. Like, that was, the ending I wouldn't, I fought for, I feel like. And of course, there's different ways that, you know, the story can unfold, but I felt like that was just the most wholesome and considerate way, you know, especially keeping in mind trying to preserve certain nature, fucking artifacts, whatever the fuck they had going on here. Definitely glad I went against the fucking colonizers. That was cool. That was a good game. I definitely recommend anyone to play that bad boy. And I guess that's it. So if I press continue, what happens? I'm just curious. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us. And I don't know how many parts that was. About 25, 30 parts. I don't know. I got to put them together. Okay.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again.
Forever.
Silence falls over Parody. You feel Sabadal close to your thoughts. The Parody.
Damn, so like. That's it? So I guess on the load is like it loads up where you fucking beat the game. So I was hoping that maybe there's a little bit more. I do hope that they have a some add-ons and stuff. Now I will fucking random disclosure. This game was not played on the next gen console. This game was played on the fucking old ass Xbox One. Not Series X, none of that shit. So shout out to Game Pass. We were able to do an entire walkthrough. Hopefully, you guys check it out. I'll probably have to put some promo in this bad boy. But nah, that was a cool game. I definitely recommend if you're a fan of RPGs to definitely play this bad boy. And it was free for Xbox Game Pass subscription owners. So definitely worth the buy, or worth the play.